Watch this video.
To the Zimbabweans that are bringing their partners from South Africa, which are South Africans, please make sure that when you come here with your partners to Zimbabwe, make sure that you make the papers that are legal for your partner to stay here in Zimbabwe. We are not being xenophobic. No, we are just cleaning our country, and we are also looking for the future of our children.
Zimbabwe president, please take your people out of poverty. Zimbabweans are dependent of South Africa. You know, South Africa is the one, you know, taking care of Zimbabweans. Because if you go to South Africa, you see almost 50% of Zimbabweans living in South Africa. If 50% of a country population, you know, left their country, you know, to South Africa, who is not carrying the body? You understand? The South Africa is the one carrying the body of Zimbabwe. So I urge Zimbabwe president to do the right thing. If you cannot take your people to the promised land, if you cannot do the right thing, if you cannot prioritize the needs of Zimbabweans, leave power for the right person to enter. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't look like you are active. It doesn't look like you're active. It doesn't look like you're doing something. I think you're just enriching yourself and your family. You gotta quit that power. You know, I heard that you're still trying to like go back after 8 years, which means you just want to rule till eternity or till you die in power. It's not going to happen. Zimbabweans, I want you guys to come together. Evict that guy. Evict that guy. If you speak, you will die. If you don't speak, you will still die. So what is the essence of keeping quiet when you know that it's the right time to speak for your own birthright? You understand what I'm saying? Fight for your birthright, Zimbabweans. Africa must work. Africa must be a better place. Africa must rise. Yes.
When Zimbabweans were facing economic hardships, when they were being butchered in Zimbabwe by their own people, South Africa opened its doors and created special programs for Zimbabweans to come and work and live in South Africa. Today, South Africans are facing economic hardships and they are demanding space, and Zimbabweans go on social media and insult South Africans and call South Africans xenophobic. When our African brothers and sisters were facing wars in their countries, economic hardships in their countries, South Africa created asylum programs, refuge programs for them to come and work and live in South Africa. They were never put in camps or in tents. They were allowed to integrate with South Africans in South African communities. And today, South Africans are facing economic hardships, are demanding space. And the same Africans are insulting South Africans and calling them xenophobic. They are leaders in their own countries. They make great speeches and call South Africans xenophobic. Is it wrong for South Africans to demand space in their own country? Is it wrong for South Africans to demand economic opportunities in their own country? Is it wrong for South Africans to say that we are tired? That the hand we have been extending is breaking? We need to extend that hand to our own people. Sometimes being kind will get you insulted. Sometimes being nice will get you disrespected. And today we are being called names by the same people still holding ZDPs, holding our asylum papers, holding our refuge papers. They're calling us names. Xenophobic. Maybe we are xenophobic for demanding our country to serve us.
My name is Megan. I'm a South African. I'm a Jew. I'm an anti-Zionist. I'm an anti-racist. And I have to tell you that these last 10 days, I have been quite shocked, quite devastated. I've gone every single day to the Zimbabwean consulate, which is not far from where I live, to go and see what I can do to help. What started off as a small group of Zimbabweans who had fled various communities and needed help getting processed and leaving the country has turned into an avalanche. And I was there tonight and I spoke to a man whose wife had managed to get onto one of the buses and she was going back, and he was staying behind because he still had a few things that he was going to try and send through to Zimbabwe once she arrived there, and then he was going to make his way to her afterwards. Then, there were over 500 people there this evening, and I think only one bus with 55 people, but I'm not 100% sure. While I was there, some people arrived from an informal settlement in Bonnievale. They had been threatened and told to leave. Another man told me that his landlord had already said, "You better get out of here or else I'm taking your stuff, and I've already got someone else to rent your room." These are just some of the stories. I met a very young mother with a 2-month-old baby. She was feeling sick. Her baby was sick. They'd been at the consulate since Wednesday and were still waiting to be properly processed. What on earth are we doing? And what the hell has happened to our city, our local government, our provincial government, and our national government? How is this the solution for Home Affairs to try and process as many people who want to leave? How is this the solution? And what is going to happen on the 30th? And what is going to happen after the 30th? And while I was there this evening, I don't know if it happened, maybe some of you can tell me, our wannabe president, our mayor of Cape Town, Jordan Hill-Lewis, who I think has already forgotten that he's mayor of Cape Town and is talking as the leader of the DA, was addressing the nation. Haven't seen one politician, not one single politician, not a ward councillor, not anybody who works for water and sanitation, not anybody who is an important person in Home Affairs, not anybody who is part of human settlements. Nobody. I've seen nobody. Absolutely seen and heard of nobody. All the only people who've been there are religious leaders who are trying to organize food and trying to organize alternative shelter. And us normal, ordinary people. And I'm so ashamed. I'm very ashamed. And my heart is broken. My heart is broken open. What are we going to do?